Hey YouTube, Real Academy here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to keep no clippers out of your base. But this is only a temporary solution. It hasn't been tested yet, but I did test it multiple times on the PvE server. But before we get to that, I said in the last video, which was the server-wide scavenger hunt, that I would recap and where they were, how it was found, and the clues that were added. And also, thanks for getting the video to 15 likes. I really appreciate it. So if you haven't already, sub, like, comment, and let's get into it. After hitting the first mark of 5 likes, because every 5 likes in the video I'll give you out 1 hint, and 3 hints were in total, that's why I got 15 likes, I sent in a picture of a stairs holding binoculars, and the saying, "Stairs on a mountain, what could they be used for? Looking through the lens will give you more clues to score." This was just me saying, when you find the mountain where the stairs are on, have binoculars with you, look through the lens and you'll find another clue, or more clues. Now the next clue that I sent out was a number 6, which on the tower, or on the stairs, with binoculars you could clearly see the number 6. After we hit the 15 like streak, or 5 more likes, I sent out the next clue. It was the letter C. So C6, stairs, binoculars. That's what you could see, C6. And now from that, you would also try and look around C6, but I was going to say it's near C6, but someone found the first chest in about 30 minutes after it went up. But of course I knew this probably would happen because the place I hit was A8. It's at the end of the map on the tiniest island on the map, so of course people would look there first, and plus they saw the clues, C6, A8. They're really close to each other on the map. So that's where exactly the player went and found the box of guns. But I already had another box, the box of tools. Now this one wasn't found right away, but it was near C6. But since it was near C6, no one really tried looking for it, even though I said the tool box still wasn't found. It was around B6 in the hills, smudged in, looking like a brown stain. I even jumped on the next day to see that it still wasn't looted, and even saw players farming right next to it and lived right next to it that weren't there before, but lived right next to the crate, but no one found it yet. So that concluded the scavenger hunt server-wide. I'm glad a lot of people hopped right to it, and I'm glad for the first player that found the boxes. Now that's over. The server-wide scavenger hunt is over. I actually want to do more events like this where the whole server can be interacted in this, but I don't need to be on for it. No one really sent me a picture of how they found it, but when I joined the game, people were saying that they found it. The only thing that wasn't found was the toolbox, and I was quite surprised. Now, the only reason I bring this up is because Revive is going to wipe. I was going to do a compound series, but I got a bunch of loot in my tool cupboard, left for 5 minutes after PvPing, came back, and then my tool cupboard dried up of all its loot. I was no-clipped in. 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes, 5 minutes flat, in and out. My base was no-clipped. I was disgusted. I had no more loot too, so I just logged off and didn't care about the compound series anymore, because I was demotivated at that point that if I was going to farm and my loot was going to be taken, I'm not going to farm for any player just like that. But then I had this idea on me for a while. Barricades, they were added into the game a little while ago. So I was wondering, what if you shoved a barricade into your honeycomb somehow, and had it where when they deleted the wall or went through it, they would get stuck by that barricade and start getting hit. Now, at first, I thought this was a stupid idea, because barricades, you can jump over them. You get hurt by them, but you still can break them. It's so bad to the point where I thought I should have been doing a video on it, until I heard some message from somebody telling me that it probably is a good idea. Because, on the other hand, if you're not a no-clipper and you're a raider, raiding a base, you'll be stalled by the barricade. You'll have to jump over it and risk throwing it on the barricade, your C4, or throwing it on the wall. So, you have to break the barricade first. When you're breaking a barricade, you get damaged. So this would help the the owner of the base if he's getting online raided. So if you're getting online raided, the raiders would be getting hurt by the barricades while you can have your time to try and kill them because they're getting low by the barricade. Barricades do about 5 damage every hit, and if you're on them and you're trying to walk off with them, they slow you down and start hitting you. So this is a really good tactic. So I'm going to show right now how to use it and how to implement it into your base. So first what you want to do is start off your base. I usually start off with a 2x2, and then I expand it out later with my honeycomb. And there we go. And there we go. A 2x2 down. Now, I usually would use triangles to honeycomb the base, but this time, I don't. You don't use triangles to honeycomb your base. You use squares now. If you're going to be doing this barricade tactic, then that's what you need to use. So start off by going to all your sides of your base, or what you can do right now, at least. You don't need to do all at once. You can do it anytime, but this is just a demonstration because I have enough resources to do it. But this is what it's gonna look like, basically. All sides are gonna be like looking like that. So make sure to don't use triangles or else this won't work properly. You need to use actual squares. I know it costs more, and it costs 1 metal blade every single time to craft a barricade with 3 rope and 350 wood. But if you have a bunch of metal blades lying around, then this is a really good tactic, and it's also worth it to keep them out from getting in, or to delay them from some time. Raiders and no clippers at the same time. So now we just need to place your barricade in there. Your barricade should be pretty easy to place, as you can make it lined up as much as you want. Place it right at the wall. Make sure it's all the way back so it doesn't have any space leaving it. If you leave it too much space, they'll be able to slip by without getting hurt, or be able to jump on it, or jump past it at least. So now, this is how it will look like. They break through honeycomb to see a barricade. Now they have all that space to walk through. Obviously I don't have 2, so I can't put 2 on the walls, but this way they can still jump on it, break the wall, but they'll have to take damage to get through it in the first place. And they have the chance of throwing C4 on the wall. If you have 2 of them, you only need 2 per honeycomb, so that's 8 metal blades right there. Not bad to keep people out of your base for some time. And also, when you're going back, you'll have to get hurt by it again. And that's basically that. Now you might be wondering, well, I want to honeycomb my base, but not wait for me to get the barricades. This way, when I log off, I'll be safe for the night. Then tomorrow I can jump on and then place the barricades, or farm for the barricades. I understand, you don't want to do all this at one time. That's if you have enough you can do it at one time. So this way, place a doorway on your honeycomb, because if they're going to be wasting 2C4 to get into your honeycomb, make it 2C4 to get through the door. Because if they raid through the door, they're just going to be going into honeycomb into the barricades. So what's the use of even raiding through that door if you could raid through the wall? It might be giving them a bigger advantage, but if you put a doorway there right at the barricade, they'll have to break the barricade. So it makes it easier to break the barricade, but at the same time when they raid through the wall, it's the same, costs the same, and they actually still have to break through the barricade. So it doesn't really make any difference. If you had a doorway, then you can start placing the barricades when you have them, so you don't have to worry about not honeycombing your base. Don't worry about not doing the roof, because the roof is pretty easy to do, as you can place half walls, and then you can place the ceiling right over the spike. Right after that, finish all your honeycombing up, and after you're all done, make sure to place the spike. Now you can't actually place a doorway here, or else you will seal off forever, so the roof is kind of vulnerable. So make sure after you do the honeycomb, you just metal up the roof, or stone up the roof, or something. Do something to the roof, but make it where you still can place barricades. See, when you walk over the roof, you still get hurt. This will discourage the raider mostly to not go above the roof, and when you jump up, you still don't get spiked by them. So if the raider goes on the roof, or if you don't want anyone camping on the roof, then you just place spikes, and they can't camp on the roof anymore. And that's that. As soon as they break through the roof, they'll have a surprise waiting for them. They'll get trapped, and then they'll jump out in fear. So they can't go through the roof, they can't go through your walls, they can't do anything. So once again, you're safe from no clippers. Now this is only a temporary solution, I believe, but that's basically it. That's that. As soon as they blow up the wall, as soon as they jump in, they're done for. This will stall no clippers and stall raiders from getting to your base. So I hope this helped you, as it really helped me. And as I demonstrated in this video, this could delay any no clipper and raider for a little bit of time, because raiders, they don't have the same abilities as no clippers, so they could have to really destroy the barricade or jump over it. As if no clippers, they could try and delete it, and that's one of the problems that I'm thinking right now. I don't no clipper hack or anything like that, so I still don't know if this is temporary or if this is a permanent fix, because my logic is they could delete the barricade with their no clip, but then they can walk right through the barricade and not get damaged. But on the other hand, when you delete a wall and you walk right through it, you still die by the anti-cheat, because, you know, no one else can see that you deleted the wall, but the wall is still there. So if you delete the barricade and walk through the barricade, will the barricade be still there, but you can't see it? That's what I'm wondering right now. You'll still get damage, right, even though you delete a barricade using your hacks. I don't really know this question, as I don't hack like I just said. But this is a temporary fix what I found. I try not to make these type of builds costly, as you know, you already do enough farming, but 8 metal blades or 6 metal blades don't sound bad for cover your base from no clippers, and on top of that, raiders when you're getting online raided or being offline raided, or really set on mark. And also, if people do start using this tactic and you hear someone being spiked inside their own base, you can assume that's a hacker trying to get in there. So, yeah, that's my video. This is I tried doing for a little while, but didn't really think what is gonna work, because no clippers can just delete it. But tell me down below if you will use this, and as always, like, comment. Until next time, and as always, peace.